Ancient Egyptians built tombs to last forever. These monumental structures, like the pyramids, were designed to withstand the test of time and protect the bodies and treasures of the pharaohs. They were not just burial sites, but also a testament to the architectural prowess and spiritual beliefs of the ancient civilization. They believed in life after death. This belief was so strong that they filled their tombs with everything they thought they would need in the afterlife, from food and clothing to intricate artifacts and hieroglyphs that told stories of their lives and deeds. Their homes were for the living. Unlike the tombs, their houses were made of mud brick and were much simpler. These homes were built to accommodate daily life, with rooms for sleeping, cooking and socializing. They knew these wouldn't last. The Egyptians were aware that their homes would eventually crumble, but they focused on the present, ensuring their daily needs were met. What was a typical day like for these ancient people? From dawn to dusk, their days were filled with various activities, from farming and trading to religious rituals and family gatherings. Let's travel back in time. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of an ancient Egyptian village, hearing the sounds of merchants calling out their wares and children playing. Imagine you are in ancient Egypt. The air is filled with the scent of fresh bread and the chatter of people going about their daily lives. The sun rises over the Nile River. This majestic river was the heart of their civilization, providing not just water, but also a means of transportation and a source of sustenance. This river was their lifeline. It was essential for their survival, supporting agriculture and enabling trade with neighboring regions. It provided water for crops and for drinking. The fertile lands along the Nile allowed them to grow a variety of crops, ensuring they had enough food to sustain their communities. It was also a way to travel. Boats glided along the river, carrying goods and people from one place to another, facilitating trade and communication. Many people don't realize how Egyptians lived. Their daily lives were a blend of work, family, and religious practices, all centered around the Nile. They know about the pyramids and pharaohs. These iconic symbols of ancient Egypt are well known, but they're just one part of the story. But what did people do every day? They engaged in various activities, from trading in bustling markets to participating in religious ceremonies. This essay explores the daily lives of ancient Egyptians. We will delve into their routines, their work and their leisure activities. We will see how they lived, worked and worshipped. From the fields where they toiled to the temples where they prayed, every aspect of their life was intertwined with their beliefs and environment. Get ready for a journey through time. Join us as we uncover the fascinating world of ancient Egypt, a civilization that continues to captivate our imaginations. Life in ancient Egypt revolved around the Nile River. Farmers worked the land tirelessly from dawn till dusk, ensuring their families had enough to eat. They grew crops like wheat and barley, which were staples in their diet and crucial for their survival. These crops were essential for making bread and beer, which were not just food items, but also held cultural significance. The Nile flooded every year, a phenomenon that was both feared and revered by the ancient Egyptians. This flooding brought rich, fertile soil to the land, making it possible to grow abundant crops. After the floodwaters receded, farmers planted their crops, carefully sowing seeds in the nutrient-rich soil. Animals like ducks and geese were also important, providing not only food, but also feathers for various uses. They provided food and feathers. Families were close-knit, often working together to ensure their survival. Men and boys worked the fields, performing the heavy labor required to cultivate and harvest the crops. Women cared for the home and children, managing household tasks and ensuring the family was well fed and cared for. Children helped with chores and played games, learning the skills they would need as adults. At the end of the day, families gathered. They ate meals together, sharing stories and strengthening their bonds. Life was simple, but it was hard work. Despite the challenges, the rhythm of the Nile provided a sense of stability and continuity. Egyptians were deeply religious. They believed in many gods and goddesses. They believed these gods controlled nature. They made offerings and prayed at temples. Priests were very important. They performed rituals and offerings to the gods. They also advised the pharaoh. The pharaoh was the ruler of Egypt. Scribes were also important. They could read and write. They kept records and wrote down important information. Craftsmen made pottery, jewelry, and other goods. They were skilled with their hands. They traded their goods in the markets. Ancient Egyptians left behind a legacy that continues to captivate the world. Their contributions to architecture, art and science are unparalleled. Their pyramids and temples still stand today, towering over the desert sands as a testament to their ingenuity and ambition. These structures remind us of a great civilization that once thrived along the banks of the Nile River. The hieroglyphs and statues tell us about their beliefs, their gods, and their way of life, offering a glimpse into their world. Their inventions, like papyrus and the calendar, are still used today, showcasing their advanced understanding of writing and timekeeping. The ancient Egyptians made important discoveries in math and astronomy, laying the groundwork for future generations. The daily lives of Egyptians were filled with hard work and devotion, whether they were farmers, artisans, or scribes. They were thankful for the Nile and its gifts, which provided fertile land and a means of transportation. They honored their gods and their pharaoh, believing that their rulers were divine intermediaries. What surprised you the most about ancient Egyptian life? Was it their monumental architecture, their intricate art, or their sophisticated society, their beliefs, their work, their inventions? Each aspect of their culture offers a unique insight into their world. Their legacy continues to fascinate us today, drawing people from all over the world to learn more about this incredible civilization.